हेलो दोस्तों, I'm back again. इसमें FIFA 2026 free game. मैच पे घुसते हैं. प्रोफेशनल ठीक है.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're up and running then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and...
Tries a shot! That's going to go a long way. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get onto this? Akanji. And Alexander-Arnold. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And here's Messi. Messi! It's bounced back off the post. And he's gone looking for safety.
बाहर पे जाके लगा.
Van Dijk. And it's Camavinga. Valverde. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Messi. That's tidy. And here's Yamal. There's the shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Could be danger here. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona!
Wrong pass.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Marcó en el minuto 21 el dorsal 8. Messi.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
He's shifting through the gears here. He's had it taken off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Messi. Camavinga. Mbappe. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Barcelona already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Messi. Shot could be on. Can he finish? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Vallecas are looking to go forward now. And here's Kane. It's Kane! Messi! A real chance and a real let-off. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That has not gone well. Now it's Kane. Now it's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. Camavinga. And here's Messi. Mbappe. Nice control. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Camavinga. Now it's Kane. And this is Messi. Now it's Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. That is lovely.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And Guardiola.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
He's having a hit! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Saiu por cima.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So, your views on the first half?
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. We're on the move again. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. No, he refuses to take the bait. Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chance for a shot! Not a bad try by any means.
And Teka certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Valverde. Yamal. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Messi has found the net here, of course. Camavinga is being harried and hassled.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
That has been cut short. Barcelona just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And he's had it nicked away. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe, this is promising. Spread it left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Mbappe. Messi. Valverde. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Gets a good foot in there. And it's Kane. Now it's Mbappe. Can he finish? A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
सब आज सही है.
And it's played forward. Camavinga. That's destined for the flank. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Opts for safety. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. In with the challenge. Now, can they get him away? Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Vallecas can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
No, again, there's no way through.
Vallecas really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Van Dijk. And it's Camavinga. For Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's neat. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Akanji. Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Barcelona clearly looking to hold on here right to the end. Into the last 5 minutes. Spread to the right. Ball's gone out of play. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Barcelona moments now away from
Habrá
seeing this
2
one out.
minutos de descuento.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Now it's Kane. Mbappe, here's onto this. Great defending, strong and determined. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona have done it. Happy in the knowledge that they've taken maximum points. Mission accomplished. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is...
भाई सुपरस्टार हारने वाले हैं देखते
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. We're up and running then. This is one of today's standout fixtures between teams who are meeting for the second time this season. Now this could be a chance. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, one of the smartest wingers around, Peter, is Oyarzabal. I really like the way he just instinctively seems to know when to take people on or when to release it. And not being a physical specimen, you really have to show good tactical awareness on this front. And he's learning quickly.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
He'd be disappointed with that.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Van Dijk. Now Mbappe. Camavinga. Now it's Yamal. Still goalless at the moment. First quarter of an hour gone. Camavinga. And it's Messi. Foot in. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's got away. Sucic. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Might want to be careful there.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Camavinga. Now it's Messi. And Yamal. And here's Camavinga.
Camavinga really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Camavinga. And it's Kane. That's destined for the flank. And it's Camavinga. Knocks it out wide. Mbappe. Nice sequence of passes this. Some intricate passing looking to... It's Kane! It's hit the upright.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Trientes. Now it's Carlos Soler. Sergio Gomez. Now it's Oyarzabal. Half an hour played now. Played out wide. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Camavinga. And Akanji. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal running with intent. And it's Valverde. And it's Kane. He's looking wide. Aramburu. Trientes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Sucic. Now it's Carlos Soler. He's in plenty of space here. Oyarzabal. Carlos Soler. And he's undercooked that. Alexander-Arnold. For Valverde. Camavinga. Nicely weighted ball. And it's been hooked away. And Guardiol. And it's Valverde. Camavinga. And here's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. To get things going again.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Guardiol. To Messi. And it's Valverde. For Valverde. And here's Kane. He's had it taken off him.
Kane really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Carlos Soler. Mikel Oyarzabal. Gomez. Zubeldia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's a good spell of possession, this. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. And it's made its way to him. And it's Valverde. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oscarson. Looking to play him in. Guardiol. Messi. And it's Camavinga. Valverde.
La asistencia a este partido
Just about up to the hour now. Valverde. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Camavinga. And that's gone loose. And here's Mbappe. Camavinga finds himself offside. Trientes. Oscarson. He's on it, can he get away? And here's Oyarzabal. And that is out of play. Trientes. Now it's Valverde. Now it's Kane. And it's Soler. Looking for options for movement. Good ball, good take. Takes aim and crosses. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oscarson is onto this. Oh, he's having a go! Denied by an instinctive save.
Oyarzabal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's had it nicked away. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's corner.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Point-blank header! Camavinga with the clearance. Sucic. Oh, that is a good ball. And the shot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6, el dorsal 8, Messi. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 4, el dorsal 22.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shifted it to the flank. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross flung in towards the middle. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Chupuzqua really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Donnarumma claims comfortably.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
And he's there to belt it away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Barcelona are stuck in Central Station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Mbappe. So here comes the substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19 será reemplazado por...
Looking for the run. Gomez. He's picked his way through. Skims one in. And that is expertly dealt with. Shoots! That's a fair try, but just off target.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Gomez with the short one. Oyarzabal delivers with whip. And back out. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Hoy se nos ha escapado la victoria, pero un empate tampoco está mal. Gracias a todos por venir.
Challenge win.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So bring it on.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
So things are underway. Two tribes going, tries one from range. Defending of the desperate variety. Big chance! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Now it's Kane. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Axel Witsel has bags of aerial prowess and energy, which are very useful to that deeper midfield role. All those qualities will help a side break through some aggressive pressing in those areas, and that's...
And the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Girona certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Pass somewhat off target. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either.
Shot, surely! They've scored! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
El dorsal 15.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Camavinga. And he's forced to go back.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
For Valverde. And here's Kane.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Kane, and this is Messi. Messi! It's bounced back off the post. That's a fair try, but just off target.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
Akanji, Van Dijk, and Guardiol, Van Dijk, Brian Hill, looking for the run. That is a great pick out. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking to play him in. Shot could be on. Alexander-Arnold and Jamal, Camavinga, and it's Valverde. Messi is onto this. Messi, Reich, just eases him off the ball. He is through here. Oh, well played. Unahi, that's destined for the flank. Now, can they get him away? Great ball if he can get there. He has found the way through. Shifted it to the flank. Poor robust challenge. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Oh, that's a key interception. Unahi. Kane. So what can they make of this?
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Spread it left. He's in plenty of space here. That's tidy. Shoots! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Barcelona really could have done without this. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And yes, it's him again. Girona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Kane. Now it's Messi. It's Camavinga. Now it's Jamal. Lovely feet. He's having a shot! He's got a goal! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that.
That could spell trouble. Brian Hill, cross into the box. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. Unahi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
They've won a corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. There's the shot! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And here's Yamal, and he is deftly away. He's found a way through. Over to the right flank. Space for him to turn and look. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Throw in. Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona needing a change of fortune here. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Played back into the centre. Just about up to the hour now. For Valverde. And here's Messi.
That's good play from him.
Goal side.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, the defence proved... And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Girona can now introduce the first of their substitutes. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
It's good to see that, Peter. He put in a very good day's work, and you can't do a lot more. It's a well-deserved rest.
And Messi! And a neat finish! Barcelona are back in business! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
En el minuto 68, el dorsal 8, Messi.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mbappe. Camavinga. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And here's Messi. And it's made it real chance! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 21.
Girona have opted to make another change here.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 34.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
El dorsal 8.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Played out to the left flank. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alexander-Arnold. Good ball, good take. Aims beyond the defence. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Gets his... and it's in! But that is not going to count.
Yeah, spot on, although
Let's
he
go.
takes issue with that.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Unahi powering forward here, and he plays one through. Great ball, and he's in here. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide. Strani has got himself a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be
Red
sent
card.
off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Unahi! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Oh, that's nice. Ball's... Unahi!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Messi. Deep into stoppage time. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Camavinga.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Looking tidy in possession here. Looking for options. Goes for a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye act. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. Barcelona came into this game looking for all 3 points, but in the end, they're unable to lay claim even to a consolation prize. thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant.
ऑनलाइन गेम चलते हैं। मेरे साथ से टीम है बस चांस कम है।
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
It is quite a scene here in this grand Colosseum bearing the name of the... And the shots! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Hakimi. Mbappe has given away a free kick. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Always going over the top.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Tacho gathers from the goal kick. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? Argentina really could have done without this. So this the chance to fire his team in front. Brilliant save from Donnarumma! And that's a poor pen.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Messi with the short one. Now it's Messi. And it's made its way to him. That is good strength. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits.
It's Kane! Denied by an instinctive save.
Kane is offering a wry smile there.
Valverde. McAllister. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
First quarter of an hour gone. Valverde. And he's forced to go back. Well, that has not gone well. Messi gets a good foot in there. Now it's Messi. Not the most accurate pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Messi gets on his bike and on the move. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Lopez. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. That's been cut out. Well played. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe making a dash for it. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
He's picked his way. Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Kane goes looking wide. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Threads one in. Hakimi Showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Can he get on the end of this?
Barcelona couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Valverde could move up a gear here. That has been slung wide. Fernandez gets across to intercept that. And it's Valverde. He's had it taken off him. Valverde really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Valverde. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Messi. 5 minutes till the break. Now Mbappe. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Fernandez. Spread to the right. Yamal has it out wide and in space. Can he finish? Valverde.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Messi. And Yamal. Yamal. Good driving run. Tacho. And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. And we are up to the break.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this. And I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Now it's Lopez. Yamal.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Mbappe. Camavinga. Now it's Messi. Driving on and making good progress. And here's Kane. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bunu. Camavinga. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Cambio.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Camavinga. Now it's Lopez. And that's a throw.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 9. Lo reemplazará número 15.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0.
La cantidad de espectadores
Mbappe.
de este partido puede
Shin
ser
to shin,
1052.
bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Could be danger here. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Pacho. Argentina perhaps contemplating their next change here. That's a sharp pass. Not the most convincing of passes. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Right, Shevchenko. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's put paid to the danger. Now it's Yamal. Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's got the beating of his man. Driving forward. Shot could be on. Yamal! And yes, it's there! And late in the day, a telling moment.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So the first moment of real little doubt, that is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. De Bruyne. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's got away. Wriggles his way through.
Argentina clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Lopez. Applies the finish! Keeper's not concerned by that.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And reclaimed it in a trice. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's shifting through the gears here. One 1-0 as we head towards the end. Hakimi. Yamal. De Bruyne. Tries to pass it through. And it's Lopez. Argentina, moments now away from seeing this one out.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Shevchenko. McAllister. Tries one from range. And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
And it's Lopez. Camavinga. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Looking for options for movement. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. Yamal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Yamal claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, it turned out to be a bit of a slow burner, this one, Peter. Still, I think the goal did come at a good time, and some of the defence...